Revolutionary greetings, comrades. It's a red Sunday. It's the 23rd of July 2023. It's just a month before the harmonized elections in Zimbabwe. In this video, we are discussing, as part of our political education, the political penalty that has been handed over to ZANU PF by CCC. In football terms, if you give a penalty or you create conditions for your opponent to be awarded a penalty, it does not necessarily mean that the team that has been awarded a penalty is going to score. But in most cases, players do score penalties. And CCC has handed over ZANU PF a political penalty. It is up to ZANU PF now whether to score or to miss the penalty. But what is this penalty that CCC has handed over to ZANU PF? In Bulawayo, at the High Court, there is a case that seeks to determine whether the MP candidates for CCC, that is 12 MP candidates for CCC, did they submit their nomination papers in time, or they submitted their nomination papers after the court has closed. This is a legal argument which we are not getting into. The legal argument is happening in the courts. It is the court that is going to make a determination on whether indeed ZEC violated the Electoral Act by allowing CCC in Bulawayo to submit their papers way after the closing time, or the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission was within its powers to allow CCC parliamentary candidates to submit or to file their nomination papers within the time frame as per the Electoral Act. This is before the courts. That is the legal argument. But the political argument is that CCC has handed over a political penalty to ZANU PF. It has created conditions for it to be dragged into court to defend itself against the ZANU PF and some supporters that or voters that went to court. The people of Zimbabwe over the years have been arguing that you need to decentralize political power from Harare. People have said Harare ngumabamba zonke. You need to decentralize political power so that provinces and the districts will have a say in terms of running their local affairs. And this is what CCC always raises in local government, that its councillors do not have power because power is centralized in Harare. City council budgets, they argue, are being decided by the Minister of Local Government. And they argue correctly that you need to decentralize political power if they are to run our councils effectively. But CCC, in the build-up to the nomination court on the 21st of June 2023, it sought to concentrate power or centralize power in Harare around the person of Nelson Chamisa in terms of deciding on who becomes the parliamentary candidate. What Nelson Chamisa calls strategic ambiguity has resulted in ZANU PF being awarded a penalty in Bulawayo. Now, if you follow the legal arguments in court, there is a chance that CCC is going to win this case. But also there is a chance that ZANU PF is going to win this case. Why does ZANU PF have a chance of winning this case? Because the courts are a key state organ. We have argued that Zimbabwe is a deep state, and that the courts are a key organ of that deep state. ZANU-PF is a puppet of the deep state. The deep state wants ZANU-PF to continue governing because ZANU-PF is used by the deep state to advance the class that the Zimbabwean state represents. So if the courts, and the CCC knows this, no, they know this, that the courts are a key state organ in the Zimbabwe deep state. You do not therefore create these conditions where your participation in an election would now be dependent on the outcome of a court case. When the election date was proclaimed, CCC knew that on the 21st of June 2023, its candidates across the country should submit their papers for them to be registered as candidates. Whether that was delayed in Bulawayo or not, it is for the courts to decide, which we argue in this YouTube channel, that in the first place, this should not have happened where you create these conditions for the deep state to summon its key organ to decide whether the CCC candidates in Bulawayo, 12 of them, their names should appear on the ballot paper or not. You do not create such conditions. It is not strategic ambiguity at all. Because what CCC has done, he has created these conditions, handed over ZANU-PF a penalty. What this means, two possible outcomes might happen, and these two outcomes, they all favor ZANU-PF. The first outcome is that the courts might rule in favor of CCC, and we have the 12 CCC candidates contesting in Bulawayo their names on the voters on the voters paper, on the ballot paper, so to speak. Say, CCC will celebrate, and the ZANU-PF will accept and say, "Oh, we accept the judgment," and this demonstrates that the courts are not captured by them as is widely believed. Then they wait for the outcome of an election, which in most cases then they rig. When they rig that election, CCC will run to the courts. When it loses, as it did in 2018 when it was MDC Alliance, ZANU-PF will say, "We accepted the court outcome when it ruled against us, when we sought to have your MP candidates disqualified in Bulawayo. So now that the courts have ruled against you, that you have lost the presidential election, you must also accept the outcome of the courts." That's a clear political penalty. So we are arguing that it is a clear political penalty because the strategy by ZANU-PF behind this might be, one, to use the law to have its MPs in Bulawayo, or to use the law to force CCC in August, when it then approaches the courts, to accept the outcome as they would have accepted the outcome now. So that is a political penalty by CCC handed over to ZANU-PF. CCC should have known that you do not, first and foremost, centralize power in Harare. You decentralize power so that all your candidates go through the nomination process and then not create the conditions where the deep state will summon its key organ to make a determination on whether your candidates should stand or not. So as I'm concluding, as I'm saying, this is a clear political penalty which is going to work against CCC. As I've said, that if CCC wins in this court case, they will celebrate. But their celebration will be short-lived come August after elections, when the courts will then be expected, as it is widely believed, if CCC approaches the courts, that they will rule in favor of ZANU-PF as they did in 2018. And the CCC will be argued to respect the outcome of the court. Please share your views in the comment section. I am Ngabuto Nicholas Mabena. I've said in the previous videos that if you criticize CCC, you are donated to ZANU-PF. If you criticize ZANU-PF, you are donated to the imperialist forces. But this is a clear political penalty handed over to ZANU-PF by CCC. Please like, circulate this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you're on TikTok, please follow us.